Good afternoon and welcome to my Wednesday ramblings. At the moment when I take a look at the message that I'll be preaching next Sunday. This week is the second week of the message series that I've called What a Difference. Last week we saw Bartimaeus, a man who jumped up, left behind everything he had and asked Jesus, "Master, that I might see again." And his faith meant that his sight was restored, and we're told that he followed Jesus, went with him towards Jerusalem. Today's gospel is the story of the scribe who comes and asks Jesus which is the greatest of the commandments. And when Jesus proposes to him the Shema and then the passage which takes it to neighbour from Leviticus, the man says, yes, that's exactly right. But then he adds something else. He said, this is much greater than holocaust or sacrifice. Much more important. Reminded to us that sometimes the things that we do, the trying to be the best person we can be by obeying the rules, isn't always the meat of what the gospel message is about. Obeying the rules is important, yes, but why we obey them is much more important. The scribe recognized it wasn't just so that we could honor the Lord with holocaust and sacrifice, but it was because we did it out of love, and love is the key to everything. We know that, and yet so often it's so difficult to actually make it happen in our lives. So on this little journey through the last weeks of Mark's Gospel, we're finding people who do make a difference. Bartimaeus, because he was able to see, even though he was blind, who Jesus was. The scribe today who could see that the law was important, but love ruled everything. I'd like to hope that we too can journey along the way and see that following Christ is not always just by simply being obedient to rules, but rather being ruled by love.